Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how I grew this $0.4 account to at least $10. But on the next video we'll be taking 0.5 to $500. So watch out for the next. Here we see that there's a rising wedge. So we know that price is selling. So I'll enter this trade. We'll open two positions, and we know that fx flip 1 margin is 0.10. That's for one position of 0.01. So moments later we see that we are already at $3. So we closed at 2.99. So we see the price reached our TP. We actually caught this trade late, but anyway, we still managed to get something out of it. So we see that price actually pushed lower than we expected. So now we go to another trade. So we see that on flip x1, so this is the same trade, but this is a day later. So we see that there's another pattern here. So this is a wedge. So a rising wedge actually. So we see that price pushed down, and we know that price will be selling. Why? There are some confluences that we see here. First, we see that there are 3 white soldiers. So we know that those that know price action patterns, you know that this is a strong signal for us to sell, right? So we see that even on our 1 minute chart, we see that there are also 3 white soldiers. On the 15-minute chart, there are 3 white soldiers. On the 1 minute chart, we also see 3 white soldiers. So even when there's a pin bar down there, we know that price is still selling. You get? So we'll be selling at this point. So let's wait for we're also waiting for price to reach that best drop. That's why I entered at this point and not earlier as you're expecting me to enter. So now we also see that there's another pattern that has been created there. Another pattern at that point, and that is a flag. That is a sign of a continuation pattern. So that is another confirmation. So we saw that price now has pushed down, but obviously price doesn't just go down. Sometimes it will need to create a pullback and then continue down. So that's what we are waiting for. We are waiting for it to finish its pullback, then continues to our TP, then we'll get out. So let's wait and see what happens next at this point. Let's wait and see. So for those that are new to this channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, and please join my Telegram channel for more information and more challenges like this that you can learn from. And I'll be creating a free mentorship for 10 people that join my Telegram group. For those that are looking for one-on-one mentorship from me, please know that one-on-one mentorship comes at a fee, because I do not have time to really teach someone one-on-one currently, unless you're willing to pay something. But for those that would like mentorship, group mentorship, you can join my Telegram channel, and I'll be having a group mentorship for 10 people for free. Then the rest that join, you never know your luck. I might increase the number to 20 or more. So but for now, that's it. So I'll also be creating currently I'm working on my website that you'll find all the necessary information, free books, free resources, the information on where to find me, how to join my mentorship program, and look forward to that. Currently there's a link to it, but it's still under the process. So let's keep let's go back to our trade. So we know that price is going to react around that point. Why? There's a drop, best drop. That is a very strong area of selling. Yeah. So let's keep holding and see what happens next. So we'll keep holding it for some time. We'll keep waiting for it to reach our TP and see what happens next. Then maybe we'll look for the next trade that will take us to at least $10. Then we'll get out, and on the next video we'll be going 0.5 to $500. Then after that we'll go to another challenge to go a $1 to 1,000 USDs. So watch out for those videos. Watch out for those videos. The thing is the skill. Work on the skill, and then you'll be able to grow this cent dollar accounts to huge amounts. You get. So here we see that price is reacting. So we'll wait for it to do its thing, then we'll come back to it later. Yeah, we'll come back to it later. Let's wait for it to do its thing and come back to it later. So
a few moments later.
So now we see that price went our direction and it actually pushed past our TP, right? So we know that we have hit our TP and we are now at $8 in only 2 trades from 0.4. So let's go to the third trade. We are getting this account at least to $10. Yeah, I know that's small, but considering a 0.4 account, that's very huge profit. That's very huge profit, I'll tell you. Yeah, so at this point we see that there's a drop, best drop up there, and there's a trend line here. You get. So we have another pattern here. This time we are also having another rising wedge. Yeah, so we are selling. Yeah, so for those that don't know, I enjoy selling. Yeah, I enjoy selling. So we see that also at this point price is actually creating another pattern. So price went out of this trend line and we are going to enter this trade. But before we enter this trade, yeah, we need to look at certain things. First things first, we need to know where we are planning to get out, and that's our TP. That is our TP. Yeah. Then the second thing and the most important thing, not actually the most important, but important thing, is where we are planning to enter. Yeah, we are not just entering blindly. We need to know where we'll enter, and we have to have an exit plan in case things don't go our way. So for now, we know that price will be reacting at that point, right? So we will be waiting for price to reach there before we enter. Why do we know price is going to react at that point? Because price has to create a pullback before it continues, and we know that price will be creating a pullback at that area. Why? That is an area of what? Of confluence. You get? So let's wait for price to reach there, then we enter. Then for the most important thing, you need to know your exit plan. Your exit plan, that is your stop loss area, where you place your stop loss, like where you plan to get out. For those that are looking for a tighter stop loss, I'll show you how, and in a minute I'll show you how, where you place your tighter stop loss. If you're planning to enter early, you go there and then your stop loss around there. though that is a very, very, very tight stop loss, because price is going to react around that point. That's what I'm sure of. Price will react around that point. So for now, let's wait patiently for price to do its thing. We're not just entering this trade, we're waiting for price to first do its thing, then we see what's next. So for those that haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment, a like, and tell me what challenge you'd like to see next on this channel. Yeah, so yeah, let's keep engaged. For those that have reached out to me and I've not reached back to you, kindly, I'm sorry for that, but I'll reach back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. So now we see that price has reached that point, right? So price reached that point. What we are waiting for is for it to react. We know that price has reached there, but we do not have a signal to enter, right? To enter yet. Yeah, we have to wait for a signal. That is very important. We have to wait for a signal, because you see that price has created a Maribuzo candle, a very strong buying candle. So without a signal there, we know that price is buying seriously. So we also have another trade we're also looking at here, and this is on FX Vol 20. We know that price will be buying. Yeah, price will be buying, but before it buys, it will react around that point. Yeah, so let's wait for these trades. We see which is better for us to enter. So in case we get what we are looking for and we get a very strong signal and enough confluences, then we'll enter either of these trades, right? But now on once we go back to our flip X, we see that there's another pattern here, pattern created on a what, 1 minute chart. And this pattern gives us a signal of a sell again. So far, how many signals do we have? We have, I think, at least 4, 5. We have 3 white soldiers on the 1 minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, we also have 3 white soldiers, as you can see there. Then we also have 2 doji candles here next to each other there, and then we see that the candle after the doji candles has a very strong wick, right? So we know that price is selling, that white candle that I was talking about. So we know that price is selling. But before price sells, we know that when price is creating a candle, it creates a wick. So we wait for price to create its wick. That's why we haven't entered yet. So as price was creating its wick, now it's time for us to enter. It's time for us to enter. So I am entering this trade. Actually, I've entered the trade now. So we know that that's our TP area. All right. So now that we have entered the trade, let's wait for price to do its thing. Let's wait for price to do its thing and get us at least to $10. Since we're trying out weltrade for the first time, then on the next video, we'll be going from $0.5 to $500.
A few moments later.
Here, will, yeah,